Hi everyone, this is Mr. Edison Chan, and today I'm going to share with you a book called Nonviolent Communication, A Language of Life, written by Marshall Rosenberg. So before introducing you to the book, let me ask you a question. Have you encountered this following scenario before? Just like this. You worked really hard for the examination, yet the paper this time was too difficult and the average mark of the whole form has dropped for 10%. And therefore, despite all the hard work you have paid, you got a lower mark than before. Then when you went home and showed the paper to your parents, without listening to you, they scolded you for being lazy. And feeling wronged, you expressed disappointment and said they never understand you. As a result, both of you were angry. So what's wrong with the scenario? And more important question is, could there be a better ending? So this is actually the question raised by Mr. Rosenberg as well. So he wrote a book, Nonviolent Communication and Language of Life. And he tries to answer the question, yes, can there be a peaceful way of communication? So who is Marshall Rosenberg? He's a PhD in clinical psychology, and he's the creator of nonviolent communication model, and he's also the founder of the Center for Nonviolent Communication, which is an international peacemaking organization. So he devoted his life on peacemaking. And you see, yeah, right, he sees already. And you may ask, why? Why does he want to devote himself to this topic? And it's all because of his childhood. He grew up in a turbulent Detroit neighborhood which was full of violence and crimes. And he himself did witness riots and was even beaten by police as a teen. So he asked himself, why could somebody else live peacefully while his friends, his neighbor, his parents could not? And therefore, he devoted himself in finding ways to communicate peacefully. And by the way, on the picture, you see two puppies. On his left hand, that is a jackal that refers to the violent ways of communicating, while on his right hand, which is a giraffe, that means the non-violent way. So what is nonviolent communication? And this book tells us there are actually two questions to answer. Number one is, what is alive in you? That means your feelings. What do you feel? And number two is, what would make life more wonderful? That means, what do you actually need? And what's the problem with our usual ways of communication? And how nonviolent communication can help? So this book tells us we always focus too much on judgment or thoughts and ignore our feelings and others' feelings as well. And we always blame others for our own feelings. So we always say, I feel something, I feel so angry because of you, because you did something else. But actually, you have to look back to yourself. That means your needs. So just like the picture show, the parents on the left is saying, oh, he got low marks, he must be lazy, which is a kind of judgment. And he's so naughty, he has given up on his studies. And on the right, we have the boy. And other judgment, they never understand me and they don't love me anymore. So that is all based on judgment or evaluation, which is wrong. So, in fact, what do both parties, the parent and the student, what do they really feel or want? And can the needs of both parties be met? And this book, Nonviolent Communication, this book tells us yes. So how to do it? Let me give you just a simple way. If you want to know more, read the book. The simple way is this. It may be too simple. Number one, you can say, I noticed you did something. And then I feel angry about that because I have something certainly not met. Are you willing to do something to fulfill my needs? Okay, you may think, well, does that work? Yeah, it seems so simple. Does it really make a difference? If you want to find it out, read the book. And you may think, oh, well, it's hard to master. This book is very reader friendly because it has designated chapters for each component, and what's more, there are exercises for you to practice as well. So actually, this book is a very good self-help book as well. So if you want to know more, read the book. And to conclude my sharing, I use a poem inside the book. Listen to it. Words are windows, or they are walls. I feel so sentenced by your words. I feel so judged and sent away. Before I go, I've got to know, is that what you mean to say? Before I rise to my defense, before I speak in hurt or fear, before I build that wall of words, tell me, did I really hear? Words are windows or they are walls. They sentence us or set us free. When I speak and when I hear, let the love light shine through me. There are things I need to say, things that mean so much to me. If my words don't make me clear, will you help me to be free? If I seemed to put you down, if you felt I didn't care, try to listen through my words to the feelings that we share. By Ruth Bevermeer. Thank you for listening to my sharing.